Hi, this is Sweet Sassy Diva from sweetsassydiva.com, and I'm so excited. I have the new Scrap'n Easel that I received, and I wanted to show you about it today. It's brand new. I did not put the Velcro adhesive on it. You do have to let it cure when you put it on, and I've just been so excited. I've been playing around with it. So I wanted to show you. It's a little easel that you can use for scrapbooking, and it has these easel part and a little flap here, and it's real secure and real sturdy, and it has two sides. You do that on both sides, and the fun thing about it is that you can put it on an angle and you can do your scrapbooking, and then these little pieces, grid marks, come out on both sides, and it has little markings to let you know what inches and where to put your project. You can also slip them under here, and when you're done with your project you can also flip it, and this will allow you to display that. You can also use it for a class, or when you're done with your project you can display it and put it up on a shelf. And then you can also set it on an angle if you want as well. So there's a lot of different options for it. But what I've been really enjoying is to put it on an angle, and then you can plan your layout. So I've been playing with this, and I have a layout here. You can tuck them in. Now if you wanted to, instead of leaving this with the measurements on there, you can take it off, and that way too, when you're displaying it or taking pictures of it, you can take a picture of it without any of the markings on it. But for now, put it back in, and they just slip underneath here. And you can line up your paper, and see I'm centering it in the rulers. Tuck it in on top. And what I did is I created a layout, a 2-page layout. And you can put that here for the grass. And now I have them pre-cut, but you could also decide how you want to measure that. And then here I put the yellow border, and then there's these really strong magnets, and if you look, they just grab to each other, and even if you have something close, they just grab on. So they're really strong. So she even has, with the Scrap'n Easel, some caution that these 16 magnets that come with the Scrap'n Easel, to keep them away from infants and children, you can have a lot of problems and should seek immediate medical attention if you swallow these magnets. They just do a horrible thing to you. But the magnets can hold quite a bit of paper, and this is 80-pound cardstock, and it can, the magnet can hold on to it pretty good. So even with the photo mats, there's one piece of pattern paper, and then this has 2 pieces of 80-pound cardstock, and then this is an 80-pound cardstock and another piece of paper, scrap paper, and you can just slip them on. And then if you wanted to figure out where to put something, for example, if I don't want that there, or I decide I want to see how I want it, maybe I want to put it there instead, And then you can also use this ruler that they provided to make sure that you're lining things up, that they're square on the layout. So that comes in handy. But this I want to put there. But I inked these and cut them according to instructions that I have available on my website at sweetsassydiva.com. In the kit you'll get the scrapping paper, and then you also get detailed instructions to let you know step by step how to make this on your Cricut, and it's using the Nursery Rhymes cartridge. Okay, so now we've done that there. So now I can measure that I want it to go the same amount, but you just count your lines. And you can make sure it's even that way. Or again, you could take your ruler out, and then you can just take one of the magnets, which they're really strong, because see, they just keep wanting to go. And you can't put them really close together, because if you put them real close, see how it just wants to grab onto it? So you have to have it a little bit of a distance. Here, this one's actually, they're running away from each other. But they'll just grab onto each other. Okay, then I have some more pieces that I put together for this side. But you can just play around and move things around on how you'd like to have it on your layout. But it helps too, is when I was making this layout earlier and designing it, I was able to change things around and flip them to see how best to put the layout. But basically you just have fun putting them all different ways. And this way you have an idea, moving it around to see how best to put it before you glue it down. And then you also don't have the hassle of standing up and looking at it and standing back and trying to see how it looks. This way it's just laid out how you want. And then again you can take the ruler and you can use that to get an idea of where you want everything. And then you can also check your spacing. Now that one's too close, so you can just move things over and find your spacing between your words. So there's nothing worse than putting on permanent ink and then you go to place it and find out that you're off a little bit. Okay, and then do the same thing down on the bottom. Now this has a lot of little pieces that go into this. So I don't know if you need any more. She does offer up that you can purchase some additional magnets, although I think that these work quite well. I did double it up. If you see here, this is 2 little pieces on here, and I did double up the cuts to use that. but you get the idea. And then when I put this together too, I put it together and I would take it off and ink it, and then I would put it back on there, so you got an idea of how that all was. It'll also hold another 1/2 inch of your 12 by 12 paper, so you can take it to a crop, and it folds down to about 1 inch in thickness, so you can store it and transport it really easy. It also fits into the Scrap'n tote, where you put your Cricut Imagine or Cricut cutting mats in there. You can also put this as well, and it fits really good in the tote, so you can have everything contained. And then these basically all that's included. I really do love it. And then when you're done, you can just glue these off. You can take them off one at a time, and then you could glue them down either by a liquid adhesive or your ATG gun or whatever you like, and then you can permanently affix it to it. And then when you're done, you can flip it over and have it for your display. Again, this is a new kit that I'm offering on sweetsassydiva.com. You can order and get more information on the papers and everything included in there. I also have a gypsy cut file and full instructions that if you wanted to do it, you can use this kit on your Cricut, on your Imagine, so it's pretty versatile either way you want to do it. You can also use the gypsy cut file if you wanted to do that, or I have the complete instructions step by step that you'll receive with it as well. You can also purchase just the instructions on how to do it and use your own papers or expression on how you want to make it. So again, I love this tote. You can get more information on this Scrap'n Easel. Also, I'll have a link on my site where you can order those directly from Scrap'n Easel. Thank you.